Well, hello there. How are you doing tonight? It is Tuesday night, November 15th, 2022, and it is time for another live stream. This time, a fairly brief live stream. I'm actually on the go, as you can tell. I'm in my car. I'm actually making my way back home and didn't quite make it all the way home. So I made a quick little stop here, running an errand on my way in, but wanted to pop on here for a few minutes and share with you just a reaction to Criterion Collection's February 2023 titles. Of course, I saw on their website earlier today and on their Twitter feed, they announced their February 2023 titles. I did have a chance to stop by, of course, the good old Barnes e Noble, or Barnes and Noble as we call it. And I picked up, you can probably guess, the little collector's set that has entered in my collection here, and it would be this Infernal Affairs trilogy set. So, very happy to have this title enter my collection, and I am very much looking forward to watching these three films. Of course, Tony Leung, who is in the Mood for Love, the Wong Kar Wai film, stars in this series, and I heard that this series inspired The Departed, the Martin Scorsese film starring Jack Nicholson, Leonardo DiCaprio. So very excited about going into that title, as well as picking up Malcolm X next week, which is Thanksgiving week. Can you all believe it? It is almost Thanksgiving. We are like a week away from Turkey Day. So hope y'all are having a great November so far. We've gone through half of November as of now. So we're turning the page to the second half of November. Thanksgiving's coming up. Turkey Day is upon us. Black Friday, and a lot of great things going on in the world of physical media, including the Criterion collection, which I'm talking about tonight. So hope y'all are doing great. Tonight, we are talking about the February 2023 titles. So the month of February is the shortest month of the year, but it is a busy month for the Criterion collection. And I got to tell you, I was very excited just seeing the pictures on that announcement because we have five titles for the month of February. Just looking at my notes here, two new 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray combo packs. So I'm always wondering when these announcements are coming up, are we getting any new 4K Ultra HD releases? Check, check. We're getting two new 4K titles, two new 4K Blu-ray combo packs, and I am very excited about both of these. So we'll talk about that in this brief live stream that we're going to do. And we've got titles that are covering countries from all over the world. So we got France, the United States, Italy, United Kingdom, Poland, Switzerland. So very excited about the titles that have been announced. We have, you know, filmmakers of color represented here. We've got women directors. So Criterion continues to bring more filmmakers into the tent, and I am always excited about that. Also to note for the month of February is typically Criterion has held flash sales a couple times a year. So of course we have the Barnes and Noble sale that takes place in July and November, the 50% off month-long sale. But Criterion on their website, they'll periodically hold a 24-hour flash sale directly on their website. And they have typically held those around the February/March timeframe in in October. So these are some titles to really take a look at, potentially picking up maybe in a flash sale. So you may not even need to wait until the July Criterion Collection sale at Barnes and Noble. If they hold a flash sale in the month of February, that could be a good time to pick up these titles that are announced for the month of February. So we're getting a title that's releasing on February the 7th. We're getting another title that's coming out on February the 14th on Valentine's Day. We're getting another title coming out on February the 21st, and two titles to end the month of February coming out on February the 28th. So I am very excited. So I'm going to go to the Criterion site. But before I do, let's go through the comments section and let's see who all is out there. I think we've got 19 folks out there. Hope you're doing great. Adrian says hello. How are you doing, Adrian? James, all right, all right, all right. You got that right. Matthew McConaughey. I love him in Dazed and Confused. Great, great role. Who's that? Oh, that's me saying hello to everybody. Matt saying hello. Hello, Matt. internet user evening to you as well. Holland Oates, how are you doing, Holland? I hope the titles are as good as this intro music. Thank you. Glad you like the music. James is the king of the intros. Oh well, uh, you're too kind, Jordan. Also, evening, everyone. Hello, Jordan. Hope you're well. I hope you're doing well too, John. Really enjoyed the Infernal Affairs trilogy. Yes, I'm glad to hear that. I've heard pretty good things about these films. I have never seen them before. Total blind bias for me, which, as you all know, I'm very comfortable with Criterion blind bias. So I'm very much looking forward to checking these out. Mika, oh, you grabbed Infernal Affairs. I have to get that. Yes, yeah, I picked it up. Very excited about diving into these and sharing my thoughts on these titles. So with Criterion, Traveling Man, with Criterion updating their back catalog into 4K titles, I think I'm going to fall back from buying any back catalog Blu-rays. Yeah, that is a question that a lot of people are asking, in terms of, you know, I'm hesitant to buy some of these Blu-rays because they may upgrade to 4K. And I have to say, I have to point out, Elliot Cohen put out a really nice video on this the other day, where he talked about this dilemma, and just the fact that you know you really can't predict what's going to get upgraded to 4K and what's not. And chances are a good number of these titles are not going to get a 4K anytime soon. So, in many cases, if it's a title that you really, really want, you should just go ahead and get the Blu-ray edition. Instead of waiting for a 4K that may either neither not come at all or may be a long time coming. So that was a good video he put out the other day. Magnitude Rev, sup James, how are you? Chris Alders, greetings to one and all. Edmonton, greetings to you as well, Chris. Hope you're doing well in Edmonton. Two of the five titles are upgrades. I think the ratio for upgrades should never exceed one, unless, of course, they are old DVDs. Okay. And then and I bought the first Infernal Affairs on Blu-ray a few months before Criterion announced the set. Okay, cool. So let's see. We got a couple more Infernal Affairs trilogy arrived on my doorstep. You're watching it tonight. Awesome. And then at first, I Criterion hard copy should do some type of packaging variant for 4K, but it's more pure in the sense that they don't. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, they basically keep the same packaging, for these 4K upgrades. Good evening, Island 007-100. Three colors is an interesting choice for Ultra HD release, but the cinematography in those films is impressive. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I was very excited when those were announced because those films are beautiful films. They are just wonderful films, with three amazing actress leads in each of those films. And I've been looking forward to them being announced. In fact, I was expecting this announcement to come at some point because I'd heard that the Three Colors trilogy had a 4K restoration. So I figured it was just only a matter of time before we'd see this. So I was very excited. I just got here, but I was underwhelmed with this month's announcements. Yeah, I can understand. There's a couple of titles that I'm super excited about, and the rest I'm still kind of pondering. So but yeah, so I hope you all are having a great evening so far. Thank you all for joining, and let's just spend a few minutes talking about these Criterion titles, and then we'll get ready to hit Wednesday, miércoles, the hump day, middle of the week. Let me go ahead and share my screen, and we can go directly to the Criterion site and check out what the folks at Criterion have in store for us for the month of February. All right, you all should be seeing my screen right now. February titles announced. This is what we always love to see, as well as a nice, beautiful collage of the titles. And I got to tell you, most of these titles are going to be blind buys for me. I've seen a couple of them, but the other three I have never seen. So, of course, as we peruse the month coming out of January, we have February the 7th. They're hitting us with the big one, Three Colors Trilogy, this wonderful collector's set of three films, each film based off of one of the colors from the French flag. Fantastic set. I've seen these films. They're amazing films. And I just simply cannot recommend this set enough. This is a set that I would have hesitated to recommend to people for recent sales. Ever since I heard about the 4K restoration, I figured, you know what? This is probably getting a 4K upgrade, and here it is. And if you do not already own Three Colors Trilogy, mm, February 23rd, 2023, or July of next year, or during a flash sale, it's going to be a great time to pick up this set. That's coming out February the 7th of 2023. On Valentine's Day, it seems fitting that Romeo and Juliet would come out on Valentine's Day, and it is on February the 14th. Then another title, Dazed and Confused. Matthew McConaughey. All right, all right, all right. That is getting a 4K Ultra HD upgrade, and that's coming on the 21st. And then closing out the month, we have two titles. One is two films by Marguerite Duras. These are two French films from this filmmaker. And this will be a new discovery for me because I've never seen films from this director and have never heard of this filmmaker before. So I'm very excited about this particular release. And then to end the month, Robert Townsend's Hollywood Shuffle. This is a film that I have not seen in its entirety. I've seen bits and pieces of it over the years, and I've certainly heard of it and I'm somewhat familiar with it, but I haven't seen this film in its entirety. But this is another example of, filmmakers, of color, more of those filmmakers coming into the collection, which I'm very excited about, as well as more female filmmakers from around the world, just a nice mix of different filmmaking voices coming under the Criterion tent. So super excited about that. But let's go ahead and jump into the first title here. This is the Three Colors trilogy. This is from director Krzysztof Kieslowski, the Polish director, and he made these amazing films that are basically based on the theme of the French flag. So you have liberty, equality, and fraternity. So this boldly cinematic trio of stories about love and loss from Krzysztof Kieslowski was a defining event of the art house boom of the 90s. They're named for the colors of the French flag, and they stand for tenets of the French Revolution, liberty, equality, and fraternity. And these films are amazing. They star three amazing leads: Juliette Binoche, Irene Jacob, and the other is Julie Delpy. And they each star in, I believe, let me see, I think Juliette Binoche stars in Blue. You have Irene Jacob stars in the film Red, and Julie Delpy stars in the film White. So just amazing films. Each one will touch you and affect you differently, but this is a new 4K Ultra HD set, and I am super excited about it. This is an upgrade for spine number 587 in the Criterion collection. So if you go into Barnes and Noble right now, depending on the location, and you go to the Criterion section, you will probably see a copy of this set. And what I would say to you is, if you're interested in this set and you see this in Barnes Noble right now, you might want to just hold off given this announcement, because I have a feeling that these films are going to look spectacular in 4K. So you're getting the three films in this set: Blue, White, and Red, 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray combo pack, coming in at MSRP of $99.96. So the sale will be a great time to pick this up for $50 for these three films in 4K Ultra HD and a Blu-ray and Blu-rays as well. But just amazing films starring these amazing stars. Of course, you see Juliette Binoche here, Julie Delpy, and the wonderful Irene Jacob. Now, if you want to get a little bit of a taste of this filmmaker, and you're thinking about a great title to consider picking up in this sale, I would highly recommend picking up Krzysztof Kieslowski's um, the oh I'm gonna get sidetracked here a little bit. The Double Life of Veronique. Now, this is another film I would love to see get a 4K Ultra HD release, but it has not been announced, so who knows when that will come. This is an example of a film that I can definitely recommend. I don't know if this will get a 4K or not. If it does, it will look fantastic, But for now, this is a beautiful film. Stars Irene Jacob, and she basically plays two different characters who are doppelgangers of each other, and they happen to live in different countries in Europe, and they have a chance encounter, and their lives just go in different directions, and it's just very fascinating the different roles that she's playing as two different versions of herself in this film called The Double Life of Veronique. But I highly recommend this title. It is from the same director, Krzysztof Kieslowski, and it is fine 359 in the collection. So beautiful, beautiful film. But back to Three Colors. These are three amazing films, and you see some pictures of this set here. Each film will have its own, sleeve here, similar to the same, it should be the same packaging that exists for the current Blu-ray edition, but of course it's a 4K Blu-ray combo pack, so it'll probably be a little bit heftier, but the same artwork is in place. Now, if we look at the features here, this is something very important to look at. The 4K Ultra HD and Blu-ray, we get new 4K digital restorations. So that's very important to know. So they've done new 4K digital restorations. You're getting 5.1 surround DTS HD master audio soundtracks. And then on the 4K, we're getting one 4K disc for each film. It's in Dolby Vision HDR. So that's very important. Dolby Vision HDR is great to see, and then the Blu-ray for each of these films will have the special features. Now, I haven't had a chance to compare the features of that's included on here versus the original Blu-ray version, but I suspect if it's similar to what they've done in the past, that the special features are just going to be the same features from the Blu-ray set. So what you're getting here is the new 4K discs with Dolby Vision HDR, but the features are very likely the same features that are in the original Blu-ray release. So there you have it. That is Three Colors trilogy, but an absolutely extraordinary trilogy. And I'll just take a second here and play this trailer here for just a second, if it lets me.
J'ai rêvé de vous. Vous aimez votre mari?
Avant, oui.
So that gives you an idea of what you're in store for. Three fascinating stories, three amazing leads, and highly recommended. That's the Three Colors trilogy. So I'm super excited that that's on 4K Ultra HD. When I saw that in the announcement, I was immediately excited. When I saw that title and another title that I'm about to talk about, I knew, all right, we're getting 4K Ultra HD upgrades. Let's go. Now, this next title here that's coming out the next week on Valentine's Day is Romeo and Juliet. It is a Blu-ray edition. It will also be available on DVD. This is a new spine number in the collection. So this is coming in at spine number 1171 in the collection. This is a film from 1968 from Italy and the United Kingdom, and it is from director Franco Zeffirelli. So new director for me, have not gone into the filmography of this director, and I have not seen this film. So it's a very interesting title. It's one of the great Shakespearean adaptations, this sublime take on the bard's immortal romantic tragedy by Franco Zeffirelli breathed new life into the oft-told tale by casting actual teenagers in the title roles. Okay, interesting. So sounds very interesting. You have Nino Rota's delicate score and the exquisite Oscar-winning costumes and cinematography. So looks very interesting. We're getting a new 4K digital restoration on this Blu-ray, which is great to see. You get some excerpt of a documentary. We get some interviews. So that's interesting with actors Olivia Halsey and Leonard Whiting, which I presume are the leads here. And they were teenagers at the time, and this is from 1968. So, this should be really this should be an interesting release. And as I looked at some of the pictures here, I can tell that with this 4K digital restoration, this is likely to be a very nice looking Blu-ray indeed, just based on the photography that I'm seeing here. Gives me the impression that this is going to be a very nice looking Blu-ray. So Blu-ray option, one disc Blu-ray, one disc DVD, and it's coming in at spine 1171. That's Romeo and Juliet by Franco Zeffirelli. So let me know in the comments section if you are excited about this particular release and if you have seen if you've seen this film. Again, it's from 1968, so looks pretty interesting. So let me go ahead and jump to probably the title that I am is probably number two on my excitement level, and that would be this one here, Dazed and Confused. Many of you have probably seen this excellent packaging with these holes and the pictures behind it, similar to Parasite, where you have these pictures behind these popped holes, which is very interesting. So you see the interior, nice poster included in this package, nice booklet, very colorful. But I love this movie. This is a film from Richard Linklater. It is from the 90s. It's actually 1993. And you see early Matthew McConaughey and several other stars in this amazing film. It's a 1993 film, but it's set in America in 1976, the last day of school. So it's bongs blaze, bell bottoms ring, and rock and roll rock. So it's a absolute hoot of a film. And what you're getting here is a new 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray combo pack. You have a Blu-ray, it's available on Blu-ray as well, and it's also available on DVD. So you get a 4K option, a Blu-ray option, DVD option. Options are good. So we like to see that. And so you have here new 4K digital restoration of the director's cut, supervised by Linklater. That's great to see. On the 4K, we're getting Dolby Vision HDR, so that's good to see. And the Blu-ray has the special features. And then as far as all these features, again, I haven't had a chance to do a direct comparison. It's been a pretty it's been a pretty hectic day, but I was very excited about these releases. But I suspect that these features are the same supplements that are on the current Blu-ray edition. So this is another example of if you see this Blu-ray, in Barnes and Noble, and you were probably thinking of picking this up for this sale, uh, you might want to hold off because we're getting what appears to be a pretty nice, potentially nice looking 4K Ultra HD package. So, of course, you see some pictures here from the production. Just fantastic. This is a young Matthew McConaughey from almost 30 years ago, and these young stars. So, just love it. You gotta love it. You gotta love it. So, let me take a quick minute and play this trailer. I'll stop it if it's playing some copyrighted music. So,
Oh, I can't believe I'm doing this. I swear to God, I never come to a top notch, and here I am sorting through jalapeno burgers and soggy fries. Here, take them.
All right.
there you go.
How you doing?
Pretty good.
Cool.
Cool.
You heard about the party being busted, right?
Oh, yeah.
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 Not to worry. There's a new fiesta in the making as we speak.
So yeah, so this is an exciting one right here. I'm really excited about this title that is coming out, and this is going to be coming out on February the 21st. So very excited for this release. So let me stop sharing. Let me jump back here to the comments and see what you all have to say. What are you all saying out there? Let me just see where I left off. Okay. All right. Okay, I think I've already shown that one. Also paying attention to the new restorations in the works are also important to note. Okay. Floyd House Flicks. Sorry, I'm late. Hey, James. Hey, Floyd, how are you doing? You doing all right? Three Colors sounds interesting. It is. They are fascinating films. I need to revisit them, but they are just amazing films. Amazing films. Hollywood Shuffle. I am there. Oh yeah, absolutely. Excited about that one. Very excited for that one as well. I too, and I am too, says Jordan. Traveling Man, Hollywood Shuffle is a must, such an overlooked comedic classic, still relevant to this day. Yes. Come on, James. We have to group watch Hollywood Shuffle. Hey, I think that's going to be an opportunity. I've only seen bits and pieces of it, but I'm very much looking forward to checking this out in February. I will probably be picking that one up in February. I'll probably be picking that up in February along with the Three Colors trilogy and Days and Confused. Haven't seen the Three Colors trilogy in a long while. I'm due for a rewatch. I am too, internet user. It's been a while since I've seen all three of those films. Okay, so if you own the Elaine Rena's film Hiroshima Mon Amour, I do. Duras wrote the screenplay for that. Okay, cool. I enjoyed. Yeah, Duras is the director of these two French films that we're about to talk about. Okay, that's good to know. I enjoyed Decalogue, but I'm going to have to really be sold on Three Colors at that price. Well, and that's why this sale is the time to pick it up. That's why the sale, like for example, I picked up this Infernal Affairs trilogy today. I would not pay full price for really most Criterions. Only a select few I would consider, but you know, the sale's a great time to pick up titles like these. For sure. Juliette Binoche is one of my favorite actresses. She is wonderful. I love her in a film called Chocolat with Johnny Depp. She was wonderful in that. She's wonderful in everything. So I love her as well. Hey, Mika says Floyd. People saying hey to each other. Please, please, Criterion, soon do Uptown Saturday Night and a piece of the action. Okay. Yeah, I'd be down for that. Absolutely. Mika saying hey to Floyd. Uptown Saturday Night would be crazy. I agree. Fingers crossed. Let's see. Magnitude. Double Life of Veronique has a 4K restoration in the works, so I personally recommend holding off. Yeah, I'm, a similar boat, and that's one that if that's announced for 4K, I would be very excited because that is an absolutely stunningly beautiful movie. I mean, the way that was shot, it is such a beautiful film, and it would look great on 4K. Absolutely. It's an unforgettable viewing experience. I agree. Totally agree. That cast for Three Colors is stellar. Yes, yes. Speaking of Kieslowski, I recommend his film Camera Buff. Okay, I have not seen that one. I'm gonna probably sell my current copy of the Blu-ray release of the Three Colors trilogy. Yeah, yeah, and there's definitely that's probably going to be a recommendation for people. So to sort of absorb the cost of that double dip a little bit. I remember watching this version of Romeo and Juliet in English class in high school. Cool. I am so excited to finally own Romeo and Juliet. Okay. The definitive film adaptation of the story. Okay. Cool. This is the definitive screen version of Romeo and Juliet. Okay. Getting a couple people highly recommending this version of Romeo and Juliet. So that's great to see. That imagery looks beautiful for Romeo and Juliet. Yep. I agree. Beautiful film. Okay, y'all are selling me on Romeo and Juliet, y'all. That's probably what I'm going to pick up for the July sale. I've never seen Romeo and Juliet, but this is the title that most excites me. It sounds really interesting. Cool. So the 4K gonna get the great digipack packaging like the Blu-ray for Dazed. That's interesting. I I am not sure, but that's a good question. I would assume it is. I would assume it is because it looks like it's going to have that same art. It looks like it's going to be the same packaging. Is what would be my guess, but we shall see. I want. I won't lie. I'm a bit concerned on the coloration of Days and Confused based on the promo images. They really overemphasize the blues and oranges. Yeah, it's interesting when color timing is very important, and sometimes when changes are made in that direction, it can kind of throw people off if they're accustomed to seeing the film or they remember the film looking a certain way. And I know a lot of people feel that way about the In the Mood for Love, that that it looks off based on what they've seen in, either in the theater or in the previous release, being mostly a red looking film versus having more of a green tint in the later masters. I had to check after I saw the stills. One of the actors in Romeo and Juliet also played Duran Duran and Barbarella. Okay, cool. Celeste, how are you doing? My top title of the month is Hollywood Shuffle. Great, great film. Can't wait to revisit it. I'm looking forward to seeing it in its entirety for sure. Magnitude saying hey to Celeste. Glad I've held off on picking up Dazed and Confused so far. Yes, yes, I would agree. Yes, Celeste, that's the one I'm most excited for. Hollywood Shuffle. Yep. Not sure how you're doing this in the car, but I'm impressed. Well, it's amazing. I'm dragging off a Wi-Fi here of this coffee shop, so I'm glad that Wi-Fi extends outside a little bit. Of course, the battery on my laptop is going low, so I'm going to have to be economical with the time here. So I'll be wrapping this up in about 5 minutes. But what's up, everybody in the chat? I'm late. No worries, Joyce. Hey, friends, Magnitude Rev, Mika. Okay, I guess I got a bot here. Got some bots. Okay, I got some bots. I'm gonna have to kind of get rid of those bots. Okay. Ah, yes. Mika saying hey to Celeste. I'm definitely gonna get Hollywood Shuffle and the Three Colors trilogy. Car Wash. Oh, that would be a neat one right there. Car Wash. That would be a neat announcement. Hollywood Shuffle was really good. Watched it on Tubi today. Cool. Big fan of your love for Criterion. Your reviews and commentaries. Really excited for your review on the Infernal Affairs trilogy. Okay, well, I appreciate that, Kabalan. Appreciate that. Thank you. Mr. Alders, my latest Criterion acquisition is 94's Exotica. Okay, it's an excellent film, start to finish. Did very well on the cons. Yeah, I did a community poll where I asked you all, which of these other titles should I pick up, and Exotica was at the top of that list. So I'll probably be picking that up. All right. In the interest of preserving my battery, folks, I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to present these last two titles that are coming out on the 28th, and then we'll go ahead and wrap it up. But I really do appreciate y'all joining. So I'm back on the Criterion site, and we've got two more titles here for the month of February. They're both coming out on the 28th. This first one here is two films by Marguerite Duras. And someone mentioned Duras as being involved in another work, writing another piece of work. But I'm really excited about these titles. I know nothing about these films, but I'm excited about them, and I'll tell you why. Earlier this year, a couple of great films came out from Criterion: Boat People from director Anne Hui and Marta Mezeros's Adoption. Two films from two directors from around the world that I had never heard of, and I absolutely love both of those editions. Those are two editions. If you're interested in maybe diving into something new, examples of foreign cinema that may not be on your radar, I highly recommend checking out Boat People and Adoption if you're open to that type of thing, learning about a new director, blind buy. I was very happy with those films. I had never heard of Marta Meseros, but she's a very prolific Hungarian director, and her film Adoption is shot in black and white. It's from 1975, and it is beautiful, beautiful black and white photography. Great film. So that's why I'm excited about this experience. These are two films from this filmmaker, Marguerite Duras, and these are French films, and I'm excited to check them out. So they're major figures of post-war French literature when she launched an equally fascinating and unclassifiable career in cinema, translating her elliptical experimental style to the screen through an unprecedented fusion of hypnotic, highly stylized imagery and radically disjunctive sound. So the first film is a film called India Song, 1975. The second is Baxter, Vera Baxter from 1977. This is two films in this set. It's going to be on Blu-ray, MSRP of I think $59.95, two discs, and it's also going to be available on DVD. So you see the images here. There's only two, I think, on the site. So that is cool. And you get 2K digital restorations, an interview. So it's kind of light on the features, but I'm interested in checking out these films. So that is two films by Marguerite Duras. So very interested in that. And actually, these are spy number 1172. So a new spy number in the collection. And I believe these might be the first films from this director in the collection. So a new director in the collection, I believe. And then the last title coming out in the month of February is a filmmaker who will be new to the collection, and that is filmmaker Robert Townsend in Hollywood Shuffle. This is the 1987 film from Robert Townsend, and I am very excited about this title. I've only seen this film in bits and pieces, have not seen it all the way through, I don't think. So I'm very much looking forward to seeing this debut feature by Robert Townsend. And so it's basically an ingenious guerrilla satire that takes riotous aim at the typecasting of Black actors in 1980s Hollywood. So very excited about this. It's only going to be available on Blu-ray, one disc Blu-ray edition. We're getting a new restored 4K digital transfer approved by Robert Townsend with an uncompressed mono soundtrack, getting a new audio commentary. Love audio commentaries. And I'm very interested to hear what Mr. Townsend has to say on this commentary. And this is a new commentary, so very excited about that. Getting a radio program on here, some interviews with some of the actors, including Anne Marie Johnson. So very excited about that. Doesn't appear to be a packed edition, but when you have that audio commentary, you have some interviews, you have a radio program, definitely looks like there's going to be some nice material to go through, and there's going to be an essay by critic Aisha Harris, who I believe she's done other works for Criterion as well. So really looking forward to seeing what she has to say. Let's take a quick look at the trailer here.
Hi, my name is Robert Townsend, and it's hard to make a movie in Hollywood, but I did, with the help of a few friends and a few credit cards.
What's the line?
I ain't be got no weapons. I ain't be got no weapons.
My film's about making it as an actor in Hollywood.
The only role they're gonna let us do is a slave, a butler, some street hood or something. Don't sell out, brother.
Oh, promised land. Minnesota?
But the real trick is finding a juicy role when the odds are against you.
Good luck.
So this is going to be an interesting title here that has definitely something to say from a social commentary standpoint. So very much looking forward to it. And that's Hollywood Shuffle. So that is the fifth and last title coming out in the month of February. We've got Three Colors Trilogy coming out February 7th, 4K Ultra HD, super excited. Romeo and Juliet, people have been saying great things about this one. Best Romeo and Juliet adaptation yet, that, as they say. Looking forward to this one. 4K Ultra HD of Dazed and Confused. Cannot wait to get this one. All right, all right, all right. Very fascinated by this director here, by Marguerite Duras, these two French films. And then, of course, Robert Townsend closing out the month. These two titles, Marguerite Duras and Robert Townsend, February 28th with Hollywood Shuffle. So very nice month for February overall. I definitely would be interested to hear what you all think about this month's releases, but looks to be a very nice selection of titles. So let me know in the comments section what you think. I'm going to pick up these last few comments here. I noticed someone say that the DeRoss cover looks quite a bit like the Cure cover. Yeah, it does. Indeed. It definitely does. Yep, for sure. It is essential to blind buy. Yeah, and what you're talking about there is, yeah, with it looks similar in the sense of that flame in the middle of the Cure cover, similar to that red vial in the Marguerite Duras. It's essential to blind buy because it helps deepen one's appreciation of the art of films. I agree, Chris. Absolutely. Love Robert Townsend. And yes, Chris, it's good. So yeah, folks, I said that I would end this around 10 o'clock, and I am going to keep to that. I got to make my way home here, and actually got to stop by and drop something off before I even get home. But hope y'all have a great night. I really do appreciate you all joining tonight. And these are the Criterion Collection announcements for February 2023. And I am very excited about it. I think Criterion is getting off to a pretty nice start for 2023. So, very excited. Let me know in the comment section what you think, and let me know what titles you guys are picking up in this Criterion Collection sale and what you have left to pick up. Let me know all that goodness in the comment section below. Thanks again for joining. Hope you all have a great rest of the night and an awesome Wednesday tomorrow. Peace, everybody. Have an awesome night.